I want you to go from looking like this to this, this. Anywhere you want to film, you'll get consistent results, and it'll be a travel size kit. And this video, I'm just gonna break down all of that for you so you can see what you need to buy, how it works. So if you're needing to film on the go when you're traveling, or you just need a light setup in your home, I wanted to make this video so people can have a really nice, minimal solution for looking great on camera. I'm using the setup right now. For the actual kit, it consists of an Amaran 60X as our key light, with a little tube light that's inflatable. That's the key thing, because you can scrunch it down and travel with it really easily, but it gives you really good results. I'm using it right now in this part of the video, so you can see what the setup can look like, and I'm using my phone to record everything. I have a Amaran, I believe it's a mini. That's my hair light. It's really small, but it packs a punch. We got the DJI mic minis. These are freaking awesome, and you come with 2 of them. So if you want to interview somebody with your content or anything, you'll be able to give that to them. You can just use the one, you plug it directly in the phone. That's how I'm using it right now, and it just works. For the stands, they're just travel stands I got from Newer. They fold down really nice. I was trying to find a really small stand that can also extend really tall, and it will fit inside of your luggage if you want to take it on a trip or your backpack even. This is what the full kit looks like. Everything from the sound, that's their audio, our hair light, our key light setup, our 2 stands, and the tripod for your camera. This is how much space it would take in a luggage. So all your stands are pretty much taking up one side of a carry-on, and then you have about this much space to put any extra stuff, or you'd be putting some of these things in your backpack, and then you would you could also put the stands in your backpack. But here's the softbox and the power supply for your key light, and then your 3 stands. So it can definitely fit in a luggage or backpack. You will be needing to use your phone as the camera. And later on, if you want to get like a dedicated camera, you can, and I can help you with that too. But this is just for, last minute shooting, or if this is part of your workflow where you just want to use your phone, because nowadays the phones look freaking awesome. This is what the regular microphone sounds like. I'm about arm's length away from my camera, and this could definitely work in a pinch, but I think when you change your audio to... So now this is me using the DJI mic. So it's really cool. It's, the DJI mic minis come in this little case. You just plug it directly into your phone, and it just works. I'm using the Blackmagic camera app to record everything, but you could use this in the native app as well. All right, so we're gonna set this setup up. And so first thing, let's get that phone mount. So with this, you might need to push in the legs a little bit, but be careful because it can tip over easier. So here's the setup with just the camera and the microphone, and we have a very large key light on. That's my studio light, so we're gonna turn that off once we set up the key light. But we have our camera where we want it. This is where I would be doing my recording if I wanted to do it here. This is the 24mm, so I have it about arm's length. And that's a pretty good framing. So let's now set up the key light. Okay, for our key light, it'll come with this little thing as well. You can put it in here, twist this here, and then we're gonna put it on the top part. And now we can kind of turn this and match it so that the leg is pointing in the direction that the light will be pointing. Plug that in and let there be light. Cool. We'll blow this bad boy up. All right, now it's ready to go. I'm gonna put it on the little reflector and then tighten it. Okay, looks like it's there. And then I'm just gonna pull this little strap. All right. Now, we do this. here and rotate it to lock it into place. So if you wanted to just use the iPhone audio and the key light, and that's it with your two, it would be 2 stands and just your phone. Or you can also upgrade your audio, the DJI mic. And then our last thing we want to add, we're gonna turn this on. We're gonna put it right out of the shot. Right there. And about head height, maybe a little bit higher. You have a good looking setup all ready to go. Your tripod, you got your key light and your hair light. So that's how you set it up. Just wanted to get different angles of the setup so you can kind of see it. But there's the iPhone. You'd be standing right there. This is what the key light looks like set up there, and our hair light right here. So I was standing right here. Boom, key light's right there. You can even move that to the side if you wanted, and our hair light is back there. So now I want to go through the Blackmagic app. It's a free app that goes on either Android or iPhone. I'm using the iPhone 15 Pro right now to shoot this. And the reason I really like the 15 and beyond is because Apple gave us Apple Log, which is kind of like, you know, any of these bigger cameras use, like S-Log for Sony, C-Log for Canon, and when you shoot in log, it gives you a lot more dynamic range, it looks really nice, it's just a lot higher quality, and the fact that the iPhone has it is freaking awesome. And so you would be using a LUT with that, which I'll also have a link to the LUTs that I like to use. So for our Blackmagic cam, this is the icon, it's gonna look like that. Then you're gonna have all this stuff that you can change. I'm using the 24mm lens. You can also use the 48, it'll be tighter. 120 might be too tight, but you can definitely use the 24 and the 48. 24 is gonna look the best. Also for our FPS, I'm shooting at 23.98. Our shutter, I actually switched this over here in settings to, let me see. Here. Shutter measurement, it's under the camera setting. Shutter measurement to angle. This way, you never have to touch it again. Usually you have to double your frame rate to get a nice cinematic setting, but now you just set your shutter to 180, you lock that in, you never have to touch that again. The ISO is our artificial lighting that we're adding to it. I usually wouldn't go over 400, so you would do 100 to 400. And then white balance, I lock at 5600K because I like to make the key light a little warmer at 5200K, and the hair light is at even warmer at 3800K. Then we go to make sure, I like using the grid, you don't have to, just to kind of have good placement. The white balance is locked. The tint is also a part of white balance. That's all locked. So you want to make sure that's at 0. And in our settings, for our recording, you want to make sure the codec is H.265 because it is going to allow us to use the Apple Log color space. So we're going to use Apple Log. It's going to make it look even better. We want to use 4K resolution. We're gonna go to audio, make sure the audio source, when you plug in that DJI mic, which I'm using to record the audio right now, if you put that into the phone, it will say DJI Mic Mini right there. So you'll be able to know that you're using it. And then our last thing is our LUT. Right now I'm using the Phantom LUTs, which I love. You can get those, I'll put a link, and that's it for the Blackmagic cam settings. So that's it for this setup, and I hope this kit can help you out if you need to travel or you just want a nice small studio setup that looks amazing. Let me know in the comments if I'm missing something. I might update this video, or I might make a part 2 or something for any questions or anything that might come up. I would love to help. I'd love to help out any way I can to make sure y'all got a really good setup going. Thank you for watching my TED Talk. I will see y'all later.